BY53 Tell me about yourself. How to introduce yourself in a job interview. Seat method. Best answer. Solving skills. For example, to improve engagement, I started creating interactive content and collaborating with influencers. This section shows you're not just a passive participant, but an active contributor. Lastly, target. This is where you connect your experience to the job you're interviewing for. You want to show how your background is aligned with the company's needs. I believe my skills in digital marketing and content creation make me a great fit for the social media manager position at your company. This shows you're not just looking for any job, you're looking for a role where you can truly add value. By using the SEAT method, you give your answer structure and flow. It prevents you from getting lost in details or going off on tangents. Studies show that structured answers are 40% more likely to make a positive impression on interviewers. So, next time you face this question, remember to unlock the power of the SEAT method and give a focused, impressive response. Chapter 2, The Art of First Impressions, Mastering Your Opening Lines. Your opening lines can make or break your interview. Research from Career Builder suggests that 1 in 5 employers make their decision about a candidate within the first 90 seconds. That means your introduction matters, more than you think. The key here is to speak with confidence and clarity. Start with a warm but professional greeting. A firm handshake and a smile go a long way in setting the tone. But words matter too. Instead of diving straight into your resume, take a moment to introduce yourself in a way that makes the interviewer interested in you. For example, I'm Sarah, a seasoned graphic designer who's passionate about creating visually compelling stories. It's short, sweet, and gives a glimpse into what you do best. You don't need to tell your entire life story, just a quick snapshot of your background. A good way to do this is by summarizing your career path in a sentence or two, while hinting at what's coming next in the interview. After 5 years in web design, I'm now looking to take my skills to the next level in a leadership role. This not only introduces you, but also sets the stage for why you're there. When speaking, remember to maintain eye contact and use a steady tone. A 2018 study from UCLA found that people tend to trust speakers with a calm, clear voice more than those who speak too quickly or too softly. In fact, voice modulation can increase your chances of being hired by 33%. Another powerful strategy is to inject enthusiasm into your voice. Employers are drawn to candidates who seem excited about the opportunity, not just the paycheck. Show that you're eager and ready for the next challenge. If you sound interested, they'll be interested in you. In this chapter, remember, your opening lines set the stage for everything that follows. By being confident, clear, and enthusiastic, you'll grab their attention from the start. And it's not just about what you say, but how you say it. Small details like body language, tone, and eye contact can make all the difference in creating a great first impression. Chapter 3, Beyond the Resume, What They Really Want to Hear. Job interviews are more than just a chance to review your resume, they're an opportunity for you to connect with the interviewer on a deeper level. While your qualifications are important, employers are also trying to figure out who you are as a person. The Tell Me About Yourself question is designed to help them do just that. So, what do interviewers really want to hear? According to a study by the National Association of Colleges and Employers, 82% of employers look for candidates with strong communication skills. But it's not just about speaking well. It's about telling a story that reflects your ability to solve problems, work with others, and think critically. Don't just list your skills, show how you've used them. For instance, rather than just saying, "I'm good at managing teams," say, "In my last role, I led a team of 5 people to launch a new product, which resulted in a 15% increase in sales." This approach is not only more engaging, but it gives the employer a clear picture of how you perform under real-world conditions. Another thing interviewers want to hear is how you align with their company's mission and values. A 2022 Gallup study found that employees who feel connected to their company's mission are 27% more likely to stay long-term. So, take the time to understand the company's values before your interview. If they're focused on innovation, mention how you thrive in environments where new ideas are encouraged. Lastly, don't be afraid to show a little personality. Employers don't just want a robot who can do the job, they want someone who will fit into the company culture. Sharing a brief, personal anecdote can help humanize you. For example, I'm passionate about volunteering at my local animal shelter. It's taught me the importance of empathy and teamwork. These personal touches can help make your answer more memorable. At the end of the day, interviewers are looking for candidates who are both qualified and relatable. By focusing on your unique experiences, showing how you add value, and aligning with their goals, you can ensure that your answer goes beyond the basics of your resume. Don't forget to subscribe for more tips on acing your job interview. Chapter 4: The Seat Elevator Pitch. Nail your story in 60 seconds. An elevator pitch is your chance to grab attention quickly and leave a lasting impression. But it's more than just a summary of your experience, it's about telling a story that's engaging, clear, and concise. The SEAT method is perfect for crafting a pitch that works in under 60 seconds, and here's how you can do it. Start with situation. Briefly introduce the role and company where you've worked. Don't get bogged down in too many details, just give enough information to set the stage. For instance, I spent 3 years as a marketing coordinator for an e-commerce company. This gives context without diving too deep. Next, talk about your experience. Keep it focused on your most relevant skills and accomplishments. You don't need to mention everything, just the key points that tie into the job you're interviewing for. During that time, I led digital campaigns that boosted online sales by 30%. This highlights both your expertise and the value you brought to the company. Move on to action. This part shows what you did to make things happen. Employers want to hear about the steps you took to reach success. I developed content strategies, collaborated with influencers, and optimized ad campaigns. This paints a clear picture of your active role in the success. Finally, wrap it up with your target. This connects your pitch to the job you're after. It ties your past experiences to your future goals and makes the transition smoother. Now, I'm excited to apply my skills to a senior marketing role where I can contribute to a team's growth and success. This keeps the focus on why you're the perfect fit for the position. The key to a successful elevator pitch is balance. Be brief but impactful. According to a 2019 survey from ZipRecruiter, candidates who presented themselves confidently in a 30 to 60 seconds pitch were 52% more likely to get a callback. Keep your pitch simple, focused, and relevant, and you'll make a strong impression. Chapter 5: Storytelling for Success. Weaving your strengths into the SEAT framework. Storytelling is one of the most powerful tools in your interview arsenal. People remember stories better than lists of facts, so weaving your strengths into a narrative can help make your answer stand out. When using the SEAT method, storytelling can be a game changer. Start with the situation. This is where you set the stage for your story, making sure it's both relevant and interesting. Instead of just saying, "I was in charge of a team," you could say, "I was promoted to lead a team of 5 after our department faced a major challenge in meeting client expectations." This piques curiosity and sets up the story to follow. Next, share your experience. But don't just list what you've done, turn it into a journey. I quickly realized that improving communication within the team was key. I introduced weekly strategy sessions and redefined our project management process. By adding this level of detail, you show your problem-solving skills and leadership. Now, dive into the action. This part is crucial because it shows how you took charge and made things happen. Share what steps you took to overcome challenges or improve a process. I worked closely with each team member to ensure we met deadlines, and we ended up exceeding our goals by 20%. This shows your initiative and leadership qualities. Finally, finish with the target. This is where you tie your story to the company or role you're applying for. You could say, "I'm excited to bring these same leadership and organizational skills to your team, where I believe I can help streamline processes and achieve even greater results." This gives context to your story and shows how your experience is directly applicable to the job at hand. Remember, the goal of storytelling is to make a connection, and the SEAT method helps structure your story in a way that's easy to follow. By presenting your strengths in the form of a compelling narrative, you'll not only showcase your skills but also your ability to communicate effectively. Studies show that people are 22 times more likely to remember stories than data alone, making storytelling an invaluable interview tool. Chapter 6: Perfecting the SEAT method. Common mistakes to avoid. While the SEAT method is a powerful tool, it's easy to make mistakes that can weaken your answer. The key to using this method effectively is to be mindful of common pitfalls. Let's take a look at the mistakes that can turn a great answer into a missed opportunity. One of the biggest mistakes is being too vague in the situation. You want to provide enough context, but not overwhelm the interviewer with unnecessary details. A lot of candidates fall into the trap of over-explaining their past roles, which can cause the interviewer to lose focus. Instead, focus on the most relevant points and keep it brief. In the experience section, candidates often fall short by listing duties instead of emphasizing accomplishments. Saying "I was responsible for managing a team" doesn't have the same impact as "I led a team of 5 to launch a new product, resulting in a 15% increase in revenue." Always highlight what you've achieved and the value you brought to the organization. When talking about action, avoid sounding passive. Instead of saying, "I helped with the project," use active language. "I took the lead in designing and implementing the new system." Using strong action verbs makes a world of difference in how your contributions are perceived. Another mistake is not connecting your past to the target, the job you're applying for. You may be explaining your achievements clearly, but if you don't tie them back to the role you're aiming for, the interviewer might wonder why it matters. Always show how your past experience makes you an ideal candidate for the current job. "I see this position as the perfect next step for my career, and I'm excited to bring my expertise in project management to your team." Finally, a huge mistake is being too long-winded. You don't need to tell your entire career story. Keep it concise. The best answers are those that are clear, focused, and directly relevant to the job. Practice is essential. In fact, research from the University of Chicago found that interviewees who practiced their answers had 40% better outcomes than those who didn't. Avoid these mistakes, and you'll be on your way to giving an answer that is both memorable and impactful. With the SEAT method, it's not about just answering the question, it's about telling a story that showcases your skills and aligns with the company's needs. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more tips on acing your job interview.